Moving down there, Harrison
Yeah.
County, 7 miles down the road. And they did it.
We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Today's date is February 17th, 2025, and this is the Board of Public Works and Safety. Are there any additions to the agenda as presented?
I have none.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Yes, Mayor,
Oh,
you need to add item E, the hospital demolition bid
Oh,
award.
yes. Thank you. I knew that. I
Under
was just-
new business.
Yes, I was just seeing if you all.
Received, I was awake, right?
That new, that come
All right, is there a motion made by Adam, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Gerald. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Agenda stands approved. Next, we have presentation of minutes for approval from our February 3rd meeting. Any changes or corrections to those minutes as presented?
I had none. Motion to approve.
Motion made by Gerald, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Adam. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes stand approved. Next item is comments of citizens. If there are any citizens that would like to make any comments, come up to the microphone, state your name and address for the minutes, please. All right. We'll move on to department head reports, and we'll start first with Chris Toothman, wastewater department.
Thanks, Mayor, Board. Last week, the collection guys went to an 811 pipeline safety program, so it gives them a chance to, network and learn the new rules and regulations if there are any for 811 and digging. Gives them a chance to look at some new tools and new trends in the business. Down at the plant, in January, we had to send off a sample of our effluent, what goes to the river, for our yearly toxicity test. And that sample is, they put fathead minnows and some water fleas with our effluent to see if there's any fish kills, and we passed. So we're sending non-toxic stuff to the river, so the plant's working fine. Flood wall, we began pumping last Saturday, the 8th, and finished Friday morning, but then it shot right back up, and we started pumping Saturday night again, and we are pumping probably now for a couple weeks. It's going to crest at like 44 is what the projection says, so that's no gates, just some flood wall pumping at Fulton and Washington.
What's the first gate we put in? Humboldt?
The one, no, it's the one right behind Mulzer's garage.
Yeah, we used to have it.
The seal was raised, so the walk-in one by Fulton used to be the first one, but the seal got raised, so now it's the one behind, what is that, Franklin? Behind Mulzer's garage.
We used to have that one, that gate was in all the time, and then I came in, I was like, I think for safety purposes, you should leave it out. Somebody's walking and something happens, you have at least another opening before you.
They're all within a foot of each other, Humboldt, Franklin, and the one at Fulton.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can go without.
No, boundaries last time, Washington's
The one
second.
down by the
Yeah,
railroad
those
tracks
two are
and
last.
that railroad tracks, those should be last.
Chris did put some concrete barricades at the entrance to the Sunset Park down there, just to keep people from driving back there.
The water's right up to where they put the boats in, so it's dangerous, so
Well-
let people walk back here instead of driving.
My concern is, obviously with weather, snow and ice and whatever, we don't know yet. Somebody goes back there and it could slide right in if they can't, get driving fast or not paying attention. Anybody get hurt, so.
When are they calling for the crest?
It looks like it's going next week, right at 44, yeah. But it's gonna flatline for a
Stay
while.
forever.
Yeah,
Well, the snow would be interesting to see.
We know.
that's all I got.
Any questions for Chris, Board?
Thanks.
All right, thank you, Chris. Building and zoning, Steve Goodson?
Thank you, Mayor, Board. I do not have a report, but I do have an update on the parking lots at behind 12 Oaks Apartments.
Okay.
They are secure and barricaded off, no traffic through there now. Thanks to the police department and the street department, there was an abandoned vehicle up there that was towed, and Jim and the crew did barricade the two bottom entrances off, so no traffic in there.
So what you saw about, you remember years ago, Accent, when they was up there, had that kind of auxiliary or side parking lot? The bottom partial of that is owned by Goodwill. The top part is still owned by Franklin Inc. or something like that, another entity. We've had people going in there, illegal dumping mattresses and just what have yous, and even vehicles, I guess, too. And we reached out, talked to the owners, and we put some barricades to keep people from up there illegal dumping. Because you don't really notice the upper pad when someone would illegal dump unless you were over at the Ramada Inn. You could see like a big pink bathtub or a pool or something. Yeah,
Baby pool.
Baby pool. It, you know, stood out. But we hope that solves that issue of the illegal dumping, and we'll see. But
And
thank
we
you.
did get Goodwill's blessing to block that off.
Yeah, I can call and make sure they're good, but I figured they wouldn't have too much of a problem with it.
Yeah.
You know,
They're just concerned maybe later down the road, if they would need it, if they can have access to it. We told them, yes, definitely.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Any other questions for Steve Ford? No? All right, thank you. Greenwood Cemetery, Albie Stiff?
Nothing to report tonight.
Okay. Andy Hicks, Tell City Electric Department.
Not a lot of updates, just want to kind of brief, obviously, we got some winter weather coming in here. I just want to remind the citizens that, you know, any outages, call our office number. We also, since the last storm, we've gone live with a outage map. If you go to our main webpage, as soon as you scroll down, you'll see, click on the view to outage map. So it actually is a heat map, so it doesn't zoom all the way into your house, so no one can be like, oh, the mayor's house is out of power. But it gets pretty close, and it gives you a number in its heat map, so it's pretty cool. Hopefully that stays at 0. Just want to let everybody know that more than if 2 meters go out, my phone starts going off. So with our AMI system, we're aware, but if you ever feel like we don't know, just give us a call. Make sure you call and don't touch any downlines.
Sure.
So that's it.
Andy, you've got this My Meter system, and we've been talking about things. People, you talked about it. I know you shared it on your Facebook page. I believe we've shared it, and others have. But some people just don't know it exists. Is there, obviously the weather's kind of bad now, but maybe early spring, maybe host a meet and greet, demonstration to show people that want to learn about it. If nothing else, we do like a little YouTube video.
Yeah.
Not to make, someone wants to watch it and they log in, that's great. If not, at least we've given them the tools and opportunities to learn it. For those that don't know what it is, it's basically there's an app on your phone. You just go to your store on your phone, and there's no cost for the app, but you log into it and it can show your consumption, kilowatts and everything. It's pretty awesome. It doesn't show your bill in dollars, I don't think, does it? Not yet, or?
Right. Well, we had the ability to show that, but it won't calculate taxes.
Oh, taxes
On it. So I kind of chose not to put that out there because it won't match dollar for dollar.
Sure.
The taxes, and there's a couple other things. I think the facility charge, but they're working on that to
They'll
make
get
it
there
work to do
eventually.
that. But yeah, so what it does is actually it shows you your usage the day before. So like tomorrow morning around 9 a.m., it'll show you your consumption for the day. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty good thing. It tracks the weather, so it shows you the cold days if your usage goes up. But the biggest thing, it shows you, like, if you normally ride a certain kilowatt hours a day and you see it peaking for multiple days, kind of indicator, hey, I got something going on here. So
Yeah. It's really important because it does, like you said, I forgot to mention it, but it shows your weather pattern. And some people's like, well, I've kept my thermostat at 68 or 65. I don't understand why my bill's more.
yeah,
Well, when the temperature's lower, your furnace has to work harder and longer if you have gas furnace, or electric furnace rather.
yeah,
That's why.
that's right.
And I get why they don't understand it, because, it's just, it's
Yeah.
more complicated, so. So Adam, whenever you do all that laundry on Sundays, you don't know, you do all of it, you go up a lot.
I just go sneak into houses and use theirs when they're not home.
Go over to Gerald, or
Yeah.
Chiefs. I would.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Any other questions for Andy? All right, thank you. Parks and Rec, Steve Parker?
Nothing to report.
Nothing to report. Well, I know Greg's got some. Chief Lenny, Tell City Fire Department, he's got a year-end total and report.
Yeah, year-end and also January. And I've started, this year I'm going to do monthly to make it a little easier. Our totals from last year, I had to go back through all of our run sheets to get all them because our reporting system is changing, so there's been some difficulties there. So 2024, 10 structure fires, 3 vehicle fires, 2 brush fires, 4 false or malfunctioning alarms. And if anybody remembers, we used to have more of those than anything.
You have 20 of them at the
I think
Holiday
our
Inn.
public education and maybe some
Fixing of their system, the Holiday Inn
Maybe-
was the one
maybe
that
some-
was the,
coercing, I guess, has greatly improved that. So I'm proud of that they actually they're stepping up and fixing their alarms.
Done a great job.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
So 1 traffic accident response in 2024. and 11 other, and I'm going to group these into good intent. That can be a smell, smoke, somebody sees something, somebody calls in, maybe they see what looks like smoke or fire from somewhere, ends up not actually being a fire, could be a controlled burn, could be somebody's grill, whatever. So yeah, 11 of those, and then 5 medical assists in 2024. And then 4 of the runs were in Troy Township with our agreement with the Troy Township trustee. So already for January, we've had 2 fires. One was a mutual aid call with Candleton, 2 traffic accidents, 1 good intent so far, 0 alarms so far, and 26 medical assist calls. So that's picked up obviously because on January 1st we started being paged with the ambulance. So
Yeah.
questions?
It's a great job. Hats off to you and your team for all they do to keep everyone safe. And
We kind of knew that the alarm calls was a big part of our runs, and I think changing that, hopefully that continues throughout the year, that the businesses are doing better with that. So,
Board, any questions for Chief?
Amen.
all right,
Thank you. All right, Assistant Chief Flamion, Tennessee Police Department.
Evening, Board and Mayor. Just want to give you guys an update on the 2 new officers that we had hired. They did pass the PERF exam and were accepted into the retirement fund, so that was a plus. Also, they are scheduled to go to the academy in August of this year. So we will be sending both of them up to the academy in August.
Which academy have we gotten
It
in?
will be up in Plainfield.
Okay.
Yep, it'll be actually the IRDA one. So they will stay up there for 4 months and complete that, hopefully.
It seems like
It's a long-
forever.
Yeah, it's a long time, but there'll be good training up there. The only other thing I have is, we are currently 3 reserve officers short. We have 7, and we usually like to keep it around that 10 mark. That helps us out a lot. With that being said, the reserve officers and some of the patrol officers did an interview and took applications in, and they gave me a list. They would like, with your permission, to add to our reserve list Andrew Williams. That's Mark Williams' son. I don't know if you guys remember, Mark was on the reserve for 20 probably plus years. The other one is a Lucas Bryant and a Dell Peter. They would like to add these onto our reserves, and that would give us back up to 10.
Andrew works out at the Branch Post, right?
That is correct, yes. And Dale Peter, actually, he was a firefighter for several years. I know Greg knows him pretty well. He did apply and won it on.
Is that the Dale from our class?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah, I've met him once. He seems like a really good guy. I'm not that familiar with Lucas Bryant, but he is married and went to Perry Central High School and Orangeboro Community College. So that is the 3 that they would like to add on to our reserves to get us back up in full power.
Is there a motion to approve those 3?
Make a motion.
Motion made by Adam. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Gerald. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Great.
And that's all I have.
Any questions for Philip? All right. Thank you. And that concludes department head reports. So we'll move down to the wastewater adjustments. I did look at them. I know Chris looked at them. For Gerald, you looked at them too. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Gerald, seconded by Adam. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion stands. Moving down now to old business, we have none, so we'll jump right into new business. Item A is the Community Crossings 2024 2 paving bids. So for those of you who may not remember, we were awarded Community Crossings back late last year, and we just now have the bids ready to go. So once,
One little issue.
yes, I understand. Yeah, I'll let
I
you
don't know if you
explain
had
it.
heard about it.
Yeah.
I spoke with there are 3 companies here that have bid: J. Trudolph, CNR Construction, E&B Paving. Today's a federal holiday, so no mail. There is a green card at our city P.O. box, which may be a bid, and if it is a bid, it was timely. The city doesn't check the P.O. box on Saturdays, so it very well may have been delivered after we last checked it on Friday. So what we're going to do tonight is open these 3 bids. If it proves tomorrow when we are able to go to the post office that there's another bid sitting there, we'll schedule a special meeting. So my suggestion tonight is going to be open these 3 bids, take the low bid of these under advisement pending the possibility that we could have another meeting. If a special meeting isn't called, it means we didn't receive another bid and we know we've got our low bid and we can proceed with that. I've made folks here aware of it, but I wanted everybody that might be watching to understand tonight will be likely taken under advisement pending what's sitting at the post office. And I hate to say I hope one way or another, but it would certainly make life easier if it's not another bid. So with that said, I'm going to open, get these in, makes this easiest. This is a bid from J. Trudolph. And it appears, do you want me to read off all of them or just stick with the total?
Just the grand total.
The grand total on the, is identified on the front page, $439,616.50.
Okay. Just 439, 616, 15?
616.50.
Oh, 50. Sorry.
Sorry.
Heard 15. Yeah.
This one is CNR. Thank you guys for tabbing these for me.
They've seen the meeting before when you open up and struggle.
This one is $372,945.95. $2 per ton credit for millings.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that J. Rudolph didn't have any credit for millings. And then the E&B paving. Open them upside down, which made it harder. $420,150, and no credit for millings on that one either.
420, 150?
Correct.
Okay. As Jeff explained, we won't do any awards tonight, and I think you've made the 3 bidders here aware of that, correct?
I had a discussion with them beforehand. We will be, if, in the event we've received another bid, well, either way, we're going to reach out by email tomorrow once we've checked the post office and let everybody know. And as I said, if we do have another bid, we'll schedule a special meeting because waiting till the March meeting would really put us in a bind in terms of getting our contracts in place in time.
Okay. So for our motion, it appears that this, without reviewing those, CNR is the low bid.
As it stands
As
now.
it stands now. Well, how do you want to form that motion?
I would suggest that, that the motion be to take these bids under advisement, and that in the event there is not another bid, and another meeting is not necessary, that we award to the low bid, but that if there is another bid, that we need to schedule another meeting very quickly to open another bid. We will absolutely have to open it in public.
You made a long motion there, kind of, like what Connie ran out of ink.
I'm going to have to listen to the tape.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Trying to get you to summarize that up for us.
Okay, I can summarize as motion to take the current low bid under advisement pending the possibility of another bid and a public meeting to open another bid.
Yep.
That sounds a lot better.
I will make that motion.
All right, motion made by Gerald, is there a second? Oh, seconded by Adam. Further discussion?
Sorry. I don't know if taking it under advisement, if we don't have another meeting, then we're going to have to call back to accept it.
That's a
Yeah.
very good
I
point.
think we need to accept.
The motion would be to
Pending review.
accept low bid pending review.
I want to be able to actually enter into a contract if we don't have.
I'm trying to think of what the right language would be. I
You're the
think
lawyer
the
in
best
this
way
one,
to do it would be, the motion would be to enter into a contract with the low bidder, subject to the possibility that we may have received another timely bid.
I'll make that motion.
There,
Well, you just accept it as a modified,
modified motion.
Okay.
yeah. Are you,
Yeah.
does that work? Janice, does that wording work?
I'm good.
Okay, as long as you're good, we're all good.
Thank you.
right, so-
We want State Board of Accounts to be good is ultimately what
Well,
we want.
yeah, so motion by Gerald, seconded by Adam with the modification of the language now. Connie, did you get that?
I'll listen to the tape.
Okay. All right, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you all.
I know what the intention is, so,
That's, let's do what I mean, know what I say kind of situation.
All right, so now we'll move on to the next item under new business. Item B is the 2025 Run for Your Mother, May the 11th, 2025. You should probably have a copy of the map. I don't know if it's highlighted in yours like mine is, but Tracy Coyle, this is kind of her project that she's done for many years. It's a kind of a class leadership of Perry County project that they have done. And so it is the same map and route as last year. They will need some, Jim Holmes, they will need some barricades, so we need to,
We've got plenty of time.
well,
Not until May.
just want to make note of it. So, and they want to close off out front of the depot for that time, like they did last year. Trying to find it where she's mentioned that, but I know she wants to close off there. Just, that's where they kind of start and stop, and everybody's will be handling all this like they've done in the past. Basically, they kind of run the show. But it's a great fundraiser. It's a lot of fun. And they'll get their certificates of liability insurance that Connie needs prior to the event. So we just got to remember to let Jim know to get the barricades and place them out there, and they can put them up, take them down,
okay. We can send him a copy of this email. And
as long as he's got it on the calendar.
Do they provide the intersection?
Yeah, everybody's does. They got their volunteer group that they will. So that won't be a problem.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay. Got a motion by Adam. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Gerald. Any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. All right, next item is item C. It's a request for children at play sign, 18th Street and Herman Street. We had a resident reach out to one of our council members, Mike Finley. This is in his ward. Just concerned a little bit about the speed in that area, and it was their recommendation, and I think Mike agreed, and I think he had talked to Chief about putting a sign that says children at play sign in that neighborhood. And we've done this before. It seems to be successful, so we don't, that's not an ordinance, because that's just a,
It's no different than putting up a.
There's no-
Disability sign or.
right. So, do you guys know what we're talking about? If you turn there on Herman, there's two dead-end streets that kind of go through. First, you will come to 18th, and then there's 17th on the backside there of that. We're going to probably put it around the intersection there at 18th and Humboldt, somewhere in there. Herman, sorry, begins with an H. I think y'all knew what I meant. But we plan to put it in that area there, because that'll kind of take care of both 19th or 18th and 17th as they see it. And it's a pretty visible area. There's not a lot of cars that park that would block the sign if it's placed there.
I know where it is.
Turnaround spot.
It's a what?
That last turnaround.
Oh, a bus turnaround spot? Okay.
18th and Herman.
Yeah.
There's enough children in the area there, young families on both streets and even 19th Street, that it would apply to all, it'd be applicable to all three streets, really.
Sure.
I'll make a motion.
Adam makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Gerald. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. All right, let me make a note real quick. Okay. Moving on, item D is your State Route 66 sidewalk construction inspection contract. We did receive these and have went through them. We just need to officially award this.
I reviewed it.
You-
It's Lockmuller Standard
Right.
Consulting Contract.
First, you have, it's this big thing.
Yeah, that's it. Contract itself.
This is the, this
I was
is
looking at the
the,
wrong thing, sorry.
yeah.
I was in the hospital. Next
Yeah,
item.
you went to the hospital.
I went to the
You
next item.
ahead.
But yeah,
This is on the
there's,
sidewalk construction inspection.
now, we don't know who's doing the construction yet. I know it kind of seems odd, but that's just the way we were told we had to do it. And so,
Got to get our inspector in place and ready.
that's right. So, is there a motion? They were the low on this, by the way. Is there a motion to accept
Motion to accept.
Second.
Motion made by Gerald, second by Adam. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The funding, I mean, the grant money will pay for this.
Well, a portion of it, yeah. We still have our share, but yeah, it'll pay for
We have our match, but yeah, we'll pay for it.
And it could, I mean, there is a not to exceed amount in here.
Right, okay.
Now, it could go over a little bit than what we were awarded, but we feel like we're going to make enough cuts to that where it won't, if that makes,
Oh, is it down there too?
if that makes any sense, so. All right, that concludes D, so now moving to item E. This is the hospital demo bid award. This is what I was trying to jump on a while ago. Of course, you might remember just some time back, we did take bids and receive them for the demolition of the former Perry County Memorial Hospital. They've all been reviewed by everybody that needed to review them and got the blessings. So now it's to get our final blessings and officially accept and award this. This is for a total amount of $347,900. This is including alternate A1, which was the wildflower seeding part of it rather than the grass that would be planted up there. So, and along with the base bid, that's where it gets the $347,900.
Excuse me.
And it will be awarded to the complete demolition. Right, complete demolition services, yeah, sorry. They were the low bids on that.
Yeah, we had previously taken this one under advisement, and then Universal Design has done the background and review. So now the recommendation is to accept the low bid.
I'll make a motion
Okay.
for complete low bid.
Okay, motion was made by Adam, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Gerald. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. That concludes all the new business under Mayor's report. Don't have a whole lot to report. I want to thank Chris Toothman and his crew for taking care of everything in the pumping stations. It's very important as we received, I won't say record rainfall, but it felt like it was for that amount of time. And I also want to thank Chris. He gave me and another gentleman a tour of the wastewater plant. I'd been through it and went through it again, and I think every time I go, I learn something new about it. It's believe it or not, there's a lot goes into it than just you just think about it, and no, there's a heck of a process. And if you guys get a chance, if you haven't been down there, Chris would be more than happy to give you a tour of it. So, hopefully it's warmer. It was a little cold that day, so I wouldn't do it this week. As we have snow projected to come in, I know Jim is working with his crew to prepare and prep the streets for that, for snow removal. And we don't know what Wednesday will bring. It may bring some delays in opening here at City Hall or closure altogether, but we will try to do as much communication we can on social media. So that's all I have. Is there nothing else to come before the board?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Gerald, second by Adam. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.